Something strange is happening in your life right now, and most people never notice it. Two people can grow up in the same city. They can go to the same school. They can even start with the same opportunities. But somehow, their lives move in completely different directions. One person seems to attract success like a magnet. Opportunities appear. The right people show up. Money flows. Things just seem to work. Meanwhile, the other person struggles constantly. They work harder, they push more, they try every strategy, but life feels like swimming against a powerful current. Now here is the shocking truth. The difference is not intelligence, it is not connections, it is not luck, and it is definitely not destiny. The difference is something far more powerful. These two people are living in two completely different realities. Not different countries, not different worlds, different internal realities. And those realities shape everything they experience. Imagine life like standing in front of a mirror. Most people believe the mirror shows reality, but the truth is far deeper. Reality is not the mirror. Reality is the reflection of who you believe you are. Your life is constantly reflecting something back to you. Your opportunities, your relationships, your money, your confidence. All of it is responding to something invisible inside you. Your beliefs, your identity, your energy. And here is the part most people never understand. The world is not reacting to what you say you want. It reacts to what you believe is true about yourself. That belief acts like a signal, like a radio frequency. And reality simply tunes into that signal and sends matching experiences back. Think of it like this. If you tune a radio to rock music, you will hear rock music, not jazz, not classical, only rock. Life works exactly the same way. Your identity sets the frequency. Your thoughts amplify it. Your emotions broadcast it, and reality reflects it. This is why some people attract opportunities, while others attract problems. They are broadcasting completely different signals. But here is the good news. Once you understand this hidden system, everything changes. Because if your life is a reflection, then changing the reflection becomes possible, not by forcing the mirror, but by changing the person standing in front of it. And once that shift happens, your entire reality begins to move in a new direction. Let me introduce you to a powerful idea, a principle so simple, yet so life-changing, that once you see it, you will never look at reality the same way again. It is called the mirror principle. Every single day, you stand in front of the most powerful mirror in existence, not the one in your bathroom, not the camera on your phone, not the reflection in a window. You stand in front of the mirror of reality itself. And this mirror has one fascinating characteristic. It never lies. It reflects with absolute precision the identity you carry inside, not your words, not your dreams, not your goals, your deepest beliefs. For example, if deep inside you believe life is difficult, the mirror will respond. Here are more challenges. If you believe money is hard to obtain, the mirror answers. Here is more scarcity. If you believe people cannot be trusted, the mirror reflects that belief with painful accuracy. more betrayal, more disappointment, more proof. Reality is incredibly loyal. It always validates the story you hold inside. That is why so many people feel trapped. They are unknowingly repeating the same internal story, and the mirror keeps reflecting it back again and again and again. But here is the truth that sets you free. You are not stuck in your circumstances. You are only stuck in your identity. And identity can change. Imagine a musician tuning an instrument. If the strings are tuned wrong, the music sounds terrible. But the musician does not blame the audience. He does not blame the room. He tunes the instrument. Your mind works exactly the same way. Your beliefs are the strings. Your emotions are the vibration. Your reality is the music produced. Change the tuning, and the music changes instantly. This is why some people transform their lives dramatically, not because they discovered a secret opportunity, but because they discovered a new identity. They stopped seeing themselves as victims of circumstances and started seeing themselves as creators of reality. And the moment that shift happens, the mirror begins reflecting something completely new. For most of my life, I made the same mistake that millions of people make every single day. I tried to change the reflection. Think about how most people approach life. They look at their bank account. If they don't like what they see, they work harder. They look at their relationships. If things feel wrong, they try to behave differently. They look at their opportunities. If nothing appears, they search harder. But this approach is like standing in front of a mirror, seeing messy hair, and trying to fix it by touching the reflection. It doesn't work, because the reflection is not the source. The source is the person in front of the mirror. Yet most people spend their entire lives fighting reflections. They blame the economy. They blame their past. They blame bad luck. But the mirror simply continues doing what it always does, reflecting their internal image. Now, this might sound uncomfortable, but it is also incredibly empowering, because if the reflection comes from within, then the power to change it also comes from within. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people losing their jobs. One person believes, "This always happens to me. Life is unfair." Their energy becomes heavy. Their confidence drops. Their actions become desperate, and the mirror reflects more struggle. But the second person believes something different. This is an opportunity to grow. Their energy stays strong. Their mind looks for possibilities. Their actions become inspired. And the mirror reflects new doors opening. Same event. Completely different reflection. Why? Because identity changed the signal. And once you see this clearly, you stop trying to force life. Instead, you begin to design who you are becoming, and that decision changes everything. There is a deeper law operating behind the mirror, a law that many people call alignment. Your thoughts create direction. Your emotions create vibration. Your identity creates your signal. When all three move in the same direction, reality begins to reorganize itself around you. Think of a rocket launching into space. At first, it struggles against gravity. There is resistance, noise, pressure. But once it reaches escape velocity, everything changes. The rocket moves effortlessly through space. This is exactly how personal transformation works. At first, the old identity fights back. Doubt appears. Fear whispers. The past tries to pull you back into familiar patterns. But if you remain aligned with your new identity, something incredible begins to happen. Your mind starts noticing opportunities that were invisible before. Your confidence attracts different people. Your energy shifts the way others respond to you. Suddenly, the path that once felt impossible begins opening, not because the world changed, but because you changed first. And here is the most powerful part. The universe does not respond to your wishes. It responds to your state of being. If you constantly think about what you lack, you amplify lack. If you constantly visualize abundance, you amplify possibility. This is the essence of the law of attraction. Not wishing, not hoping, but becoming. When you embody the identity of the person you want to become, your actions naturally change. Your decisions change. Your habits change. And over time, reality has no choice but to reflect the new signal. Right now, you are standing in front of your mirror. Whether you realize it or not, your life is already reflecting something back to you. Your opportunities, your relationships, your finances, your confidence, all of it is feedback. Not punishment, not luck. Feedback. The question is not whether the mirror works. The mirror is always working. The real question is this: what image are you projecting into it? If the image stays the same, the reflection will never change. But the moment you change the image, reality begins adjusting itself. So here is something powerful you can do starting today. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the version of yourself who already lives the life you want. How do they think? How do they speak? How do they react when challenges appear? Feel that identity, not as a future dream, but as a present state. Hold that vision. Let it shape your actions. Take one small step today as that person, because transformation never begins with a giant leap. It begins with a shift in identity, a decision, a new signal sent into the mirror. And once that signal becomes consistent, reality will begin reflecting something new. New opportunities, new relationships, new possibilities. Because the mirror never lies. It always reflects who you believe you are. So the most powerful decision you can make today is simple. Choose carefully. Who will you become? Because the moment that choice becomes real inside you, an entirely new world becomes possible.